Good morning, leg day, quad focus. Okay, so the plan is to try to go as heavy as possible with this. Okay, how heavy will depend on, the warm-up sets. So right now, this is my third warm-up set. Okay, gonna do 8 reps and then see how we go from there. Okay. Okay, feels a bit heavy. So maybe next one might be the first working set. Okay, so I think 4 to 6 reps. If it's heavy, then let's do this as our working set. Then maybe do more volume. Okay. Okay. Oh, not bad. Wow. Okay, so in terms of strength, okay, still relatively there. Okay, just that it felt harder than the previous time I did it. Okay, but I think since we got 12, it's yeah, we have to go up. Okay, yeah, but maybe rest a bit longer. Okay. Can you make sure my feet is evenly placed? Okay, come on. Okay. 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 Beautiful. That, my friend, is a PR. Honestly, I feel when it comes to legs, okay, especially squats, right, I think it's like 70-80% mental, man. So right now, like in terms of reps, okay, a 12 reps to failure set with, let's say, a chest press versus a movement like squats, right, totally different. I feel like I have to give 3 times more effort when it comes to pushing the same. So it's really difficult to, gauge whether, what to do next. Like whether should I maintain this weight, because I think I got 9 reps. Okay, sometimes if I miscount, okay, later I'll check. But 9 reps is definitely something that usually is not too heavy. It's like a moderate kind of weight. Okay, maybe a bit heavy lah, but then still manageable. Okay, definitely you can cruise like for 3 sets with, if it's 8 to 12 reps, no problem, right? But the thing about squats, right, it's just a bit different. Okay, so I think most likely we're going to maintain this weight, okay, and hopefully at least get 6 reps. Okay, so yeah, I'm going to rest. Gotta take my time with the rest, okay, not gonna rush it, okay, then try to do this for 1 more set. Okay, so for this last set, no expectations in terms of the reps, okay, just gonna do as many as I physically can. Okay. Ooh. Ooh, okay. Okay. Oh, yeah. That's what I mean by as many as I physically can. Whew. Yeah, I'm happy with that. So for the pendulum, although it's a compound movement, right? Okay, I feel that this feels more like an isolation. Okay, so the plan for here is just to go high reps. Okay, at least 8 lah. Okay, to 12, I think. Okay. Okay. Yeah. So not going to complete failure because I still want to clock more volume with this. Oh. Okay, since I hit 12 reps, so added some weight. Okay. Quite hard to progress on this also. Some reason, because after the hack squat, usually my legs is quite wrecked. Okay. But let's try. Oh, okay. Okay. Wow. You see, just 5 aside, so much heavier. Whew. Now we need to get this thing up. So for this last one, drop the weight even more. We're going to do one super high rep set. Okay, at least I hope. Okay, because quite fatigued. Okay. Yeah, that's a good one. Oh, fuck. Okay, so for the Totomeda on the quads, leg extension. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I think let's do pyramid sets. Whew. My legs is shaking. Okay, it's getting heavy. I think one last one will do the trick. Woo. Okay, last set. Okay. Ooh. Okay. Yeah. Total made already. Time for hamstrings. Okay, so hamstring slightly lighter. Okay, since it's a quad focus. Single leg, 5 reps per leg. Okay. Wow. Wow. It's crazy. Okay. Yeah. Wow. This really is quite insane. Okay, last one. Gonna increase weight, but instead of doing 5 reps, okay, 3 reps per leg. Okay, then once I fail, both legs to failure. Okay. Up. Ooh. Okay. Honestly, doing it single leg, I feel is comparable to the seated leg curl. Okay, because can really focus on each individual leg contraction. Wow, good. Fuck. Okay. Okay, so normally we'll do some sort of hinge, but hamstring is quite wrecked from the leg curls, right? So gonna do some adductors first, and then see whether still got energy for hinge or not. So I think pyramid sets. Okay, yeah, a bit light. Okay. Yeah, this is actually a very good weight. Okay, one more. Okay, last one. So, I usually alternate the rep range. Okay, so hamstring focus, I do heavier, adductors. Today, lighter. Okay, yep. So, time for the abductors. I think most probably we can do one hinge. Okay, so for this, I think pyramids as well. Okay. Yeah. Last one. Okay. Yeah, that's a bit too heavy. Okay, let's move on. Just do some lightweight one. Oh, okay. Let me ask you a question. Okay. Yep. Let's go up. Okay, so for this, really trying to maximize the stretch. Okay, moderate weight. Okay, yeah, I think I can do one more. Okay, so basically for this, I'm not really trying to push myself to complete failure, okay, but I want to clock in some additional volume so that it can help, you know, allow myself to adapt to the recovery. Okay, last one. Up. Okay, yeah. Whew. Okay, so do some calves. Okay, so same thing for calves. Really trying to increase the frequency, okay, so that I'm able to recover faster. Okay, so if you remember, previously back then I only did one exercise. Okay, it's so that I can do calves again today. Okay, so I think same thing. I'm gonna just stick to one exercise. Okay, maybe just 3 heavy sets of 8 to 12 reps. Okay, so gonna warm up to find the weight. Okay, can add one more. So basically very simple. I just want to find a set where I can't hit 12 reps. Okay, then I'll just do 3 sets and call it a day. Okay, yeah, yes, I found it. So 2 more here. Honestly, this cut has been fantastic so far because apart from my presses, right, almost every other lift, okay, I hit a PR or at least maintain the strength, right? So definitely a good sign. Okay, since I'm going to increase my calories soon, okay, we'll only get stronger from there. Yeah. And the presses I also feel is maybe just the lack of glycogen. Okay, because strength-wise I think it's still rather there. It's more of like the muscular endurance. Okay, but it's quite common for me to really lose strength in my presses. I think legs, hammies especially, grew the most. Okay, come on. Oh. Oh. Okay. Okay, last one. Okay, so since not doing a lot of volume here, right, gonna throw in some partials at the end just to really make sure they are fully cooked. Okay. 1. Oh. 1. Oh. 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 Okay, beautiful. See you guys tomorrow.